What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan and I'm BMax45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We are talking about the Liberator web novel. We haven't done that in a while. We haven't looked into it in a while. It's been a while just because it's easier to, it's not really easy to do videos where you go through and read the web novel. And honestly, I want to read the web novel and then kind of do more videos on like what we learned, what was interesting about them. I wanted to show how far the web novel has come because we haven't talked about it. We've always been doing the webcomic reviews, every 2 weeks, which has been nice, and they're easy and they're quick. And so I just wanted to talk about the web novel a little bit. You might notice I'm in a different place. I'm actually at the hospital. My wife is giving birth to our third child, so the videos will, if any, will have to come from the hospital right now. So I got my laptop here and I'm doing quick little videos for the channel to keep up with stuff. But we'll see what we can get to because we're going to be having a baby soon, so it's exciting. But as always, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of fun. All right, well, let's get into it here. We're gonna talk about the web novel. Digimon Liberator has a debug team tasked with resolving internal problems in the game. This is a story about Digimon, end of the world. So we can see we have a whole bunch of new stuff here. I think the last time we actually covered this was back I think it was Suzune Kazuki 4.1 and 4.2 where we met Suzune. I didn't really cover Altea, but we've got his cards, the Oblivimon stuff, and the Invisimon stuff. We had that. We had Oasis, and Unchained, which kind of had some background. We had the one with the three other girls, Close, Arissa, and Violet. The ones that are kind of new here, we had one where they met Huckmon and Jessmon, I think. And I think the new one is like Departure, Attack, and then we're getting into stuff with like Zenith, Rods from God. So I think this stuff here, if we take a look at it, these are all new. It gives us kind of a little snapshot at the Galacticmon deck that we just got in BT21. So yeah, let's see here. There's this BT18 Zenith, the Ragnarok Cannon from BT21. Galacticmon. So we get a little bit of stuff about that. And then we have the new chapter. Xeno Begins, which is the new bad guy that showed up in the comic. Unchained's Champion, which I was wondering was just Zenith's Lost Data. There's a lot of stuff. So I was right. Xeno is a Zenith. So you get that if you do read the novel. Basically, gives you additional data points for the thing. I'm just wondering if that's just I'd have to read more of it, but I feel like it's the lost data that was damaged from Zenith when he was kicked out of the game when he got attacked. Partner's eyes were smiling. And then we have the debug 12, which has Yuki back at it. And we're going to meet this new character, Mirai Kitosaki, which must be related to Arissa, maybe an older sister. Sea Boy might be. Cool Boy. So yeah, there's lots of cool stuff here. I would definitely give it a read. I always like going through and just like seeing what kind of cards we see. Usually the first one has a lot of information in it, and the second one has some like battle information in it. So when you usually go through it, like if we go to the last one here, we might see some cards from EX9, because I did see some Liberator stuff get revealed in that. So there might be some stuff later on, unless they're waiting until the next. They have the Zenith and the Xeno stuff. So yeah, they didn't really give us anything here in the last chapter. But of course we only have like 12. There's no like 12-1 or 2. So I mean, like if we go to characters here, you can look at all the characters here. They show all the main characters. And then the novel side, Hanimon is her Digimon. And it's not showing any of the forms yet, although we do have the second form because we did get the reveal from EX9 yesterday. Arissa's older sister grew up in a family of doctors, but she began to question the predictable nature of her life, so she left home to travel the world while working. Now she's captivated by the charm of the virtual world Lacuna and travels within the game as a debugger. So, yeah. She doesn't have a proper deck and has no skill at card games, yet she holds a unique position on the debugging team. So that's good. Kaguyamon. That might be like the final form of Hanimon. Yeah. So she's added to the novel story, so that's kind of cool. And Zenith has that mask on in his picture now. So it'll be interesting to see how they take both the novel and the webcomic. I'm hoping that it lasts a long time, so I'm hoping that there's like a lot of deeper story points there. As most animes go nowadays, you meet so many characters as the series carries on, so many like characters you never thought you would. So it's always interesting to see how things change. I still definitely would like to see more battles in both the novel and the webcomic. So that's one thing. But I think the novel is a good place to get extra information. Like when I hadn't looked at the novel yet, so when I did see Xeno in the webcomic last issue last week, I assumed it was a Zenith, but we get more information in the novel about that. So I mean, it's good to read the novel if you like the webcomic, because it just gives it's like when Star Wars, the movies, but then they have the novelizations, which give you a lot of back information if you're really into it. They explain some things, and that's really good. So that's I would say that definitely would check out the novel. There's a lot to read now. Like when they started, they only had the first 4 for the longest time, and then it looks like they put out quite a bit since then. So that's one thing to look into. So like I said, I'm not going to go through and read all of the novel, but we have, like I said, last time I checked, it was like at part 4. Now we're up to part 12, and hopefully they'll have more stuff on this coming up soon. And of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens, because they have to bring out new things for the webcomic before they'll bring out new stuff for that. But I'm hoping they're working on both simultaneously so they can improve the overall story of everything. But tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think that the novel is worthwhile? Do you think it's worth a read? Is it just kind of like not as good as the webcomic? Honestly, I would rather just have an anime. But it's nice having this too, right? Like something is better than nothing. So we'll have to wait and see how this goes. And I mean, the fact that they do have the novelization is really good, because if they ever did decide to make it into an anime, they have more material than just the webcomic. So that's really, really important. And I'm actually really happy about that. So that's my thoughts on that. That's my thoughts on the web novel. Anything is good. And, we're going to continue to read and watch and review all this stuff. And I hope you guys appreciate this all too. That's going to be it for this video here. We're just talking about, the novelization and what we think about it and why we think it's an important part of the Liberator series. And we want you to tell us your thoughts about that too. Looks like that's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that is all for now, folks.